Hickman Hiccups, AYC Club, and Hickman County School System is not responsible for any losses, damages, or liabilities that may arise from the use of this podcast. This podcast is not intended to replace professional medical advice, and the views expressed in this podcast may not be those of the host or the management.
Hey Beagles! Welcome to the first official episode of Hickman Hiccups. Hey guys, I'm Vic.
And I'm Jerry. We are with Hickman County School System's Aware Youth Club.
And we are here to express to teenagers everywhere that they don't have to be alone in what they feel. There are people out there who understand what you're going through and are willing to give you a helping hand.
Today we will be talking about cyberbullying.
Lots of people have either experienced cyberbullying, done the cyberbullying, or have witnessed cyberbullying in some way, shape, or form. These can be spread across lots of platforms. Cyberbullying is usually on, the internet, on the cyberspace. And so we just want to spread awareness and talk about our experiences, whether we have been on the receiving end, the perpetrator, or just witnessed it happen at all.
There's actually some statistics. 16% of teenagers grades 9 through 12 all experience cyberbullying. And that doesn't seem like a big number, but that's 16 out of 100, 1 out of 8. Cyberbullying is bullying that is willful and repeated harm inflicted through online platforms. Most online platforms include TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. A lot of people don't even realize that they're being cyberbullied until they're feeling the after effects of the bullying.
So if you really have experienced cyberbullying, then you need to be able to find and look through these warning signs. There should usually be a notable increase or decrease in device usage. So let's say you're at home and you are constantly scrolling through Instagram. That is me, either
Love
Instagram or TikTok, and it's usually like dog videos and like stuff about like voice acting, because that's something I love to do. But also something that does pop up is a lot of drama and a lot of people calling other people out. Cancel culture is a huge example of cyberbullying, whether or not you want to admit it or not, whether or not you've been a part of cancel culture, which is very prominent on, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Very, very heavy on Twitter and Reddit, which any sort of chat platform, you can call anybody out and anybody can get, just what people like to call justice when it's really harmful to other people, when we don't want to be doing that.
A lot of us can internalize our right to have an opinion. That's usually where cyberbullying comes from. It doesn't come from, oh, I'm just angry, I'm going to be mean to this person. But it's more or less from, we all feel as though we have a right to our own opinion, and we're abusing our opinion. We're taking the chance of saying, I don't like that shirt, and instead saying, that shirt makes that person look bad. No one wants to be told that they look bad. No one wants to be harassed and bullied and terribly bothered online all the time. And honestly, when people are being cyberbullied, you can see it. You can notice it. People that used to absolutely love being on their phone, used to love taking pictures, they'll stop taking pictures. When they wanted to go out and hang with their friends, if that friend or one of those friends is online saying, hey, this bad thing about them, they're not going to want to go hang out with their friends anymore. They're not going to want to go out and do anything anymore. And it stems from all of us. It's so ironic. Everyone feels like they want to be heard, but we constantly focus on shutting down each other's voices.
So a major thing that we do have to go over is, why do people cyberbully? I'm sure a lot of people have experienced cyberbullying. I myself have experienced cyberbullying, and something that can cause something like this is low self-esteem. Sometimes you just don't feel too good about yourself, And something that will make you feel better about yourself is bringing other people down to what you feel is your level. And, feeling better than people can cause people to hurt other people's feelings on the internet. So let's say somebody feels like they are better than somebody else. They want to make that known to other people. If somebody doesn't feel as good as, other people, they want other people to know that, and they want people to feel bad for quote unquote being better than another person, and that just makes you feel bad, and that will bring you down or make people feel better about themselves. And another thing is what people like to classify as constructive criticism. I say constructive with air quotes because constructive criticism is meant to be constructive, but if all you're doing is hurting somebody's feelings or just trying to bring them down by being constructive about what they're doing, it's not helpful at all. It makes people second guess themselves. And let's say somebody put out a really, beautiful piece of artwork that they are so happy that they were able to accomplish. Now you come in with constructive criticism saying that, oh, you could have done this better. I would have done this if I were you. If that was me, I probably wouldn't have posted it because it wasn't refined and it's not perfect. That is a form of cyberbullying. It can be very passive aggressive sometimes. It can come off as, I wish I was as good as this person, so I want them to know what I would have done instead of what they did, and I want them to take what I say to heart because I would have never posted that if I was them.
I want to address on that with it being the internet. Another thing that no one really likes to, I guess, accept is the fact that the internet honestly is forever. Your Instagram account might be private, but there are people that can bypass that firewall. There are people out there that are smart enough that can find all of that out. And so if you are on your account posting a bad thing about someone else, if you're on your account posting, this private inappropriate photo of your friend that it is just going to delete in 24 hours because it's Snapchat and only a few people are going to see it.
Those things are archived.
They are archived. Everything online is kept in an archive. Everything is there for forever. And that person that you just posted that picture of, in 20 years when they go to try to get a job, their employer is going to see that when they look them up.
Right.
How would you feel if your employer saw a very inappropriate photo of you when you're trying to get a job? No one would like that. And treat others how you want to be treated. That is the solid groundwork. There's a reason why our parents tell us that while we're growing up, because it's solid. It is real life advice. If you are kind to other people, you're gonna get kindness in turn. If you are rude to other people, you're gonna get rudeness in turn.
Right.
So if you tell someone to have a nice day, someone's gonna tell you to have a nice day. But if you tell someone that they're a crap person, they're gonna think that you're a crap person.
Right.
Because to beat someone down is just beating yourself down. How are you gonna live the best life and be the best you can be if you're knocking someone down? And it's really hard to see when people are getting knocked down, because especially in this day and age, it's, how are you? I'm fine. And it's constantly. We feel like we can't speak out about our emotions. Mm-hmm. And so you can't really, hey, are you okay? Are you going through something? Because a lot of your friends are going to be like, yeah, no, I'm fine. It's no big deal.
It's nothing that I can't get over.
It's nothing I can't handle. But there are people that need that person to talk to.
Because, getting help is very looked down upon, especially with males.
Yes.
It is so looked down upon. It's seen as a weakness to be able to ask for help, to be in touch with your emotions, which is such a very sad thing to see. I will scroll through Instagram and I will see these quote alpha male accounts. I'm really built. I can do whatever I want. People listen to me because I'm the loudest in the room. I don't feel sad. I only feel anger and contentment and, fine with my life. And that's just not a good attitude to have, especially when you're so impressionable. Your brain doesn't stop developing until you're 25.
Yeah.
So, you are so impressionable up until that point. You can
the younger you are, the more impressionable you are.
Right.
So, like, everyone always says, oh, teenage boys are rowdy. They're around rowdy. They are surrounded by rowdy, aggressive playfulness. So they're going to be rowdy, aggressive, playful. It's just how it is. If you are surrounded by something so much, you're going to become it. It's a part of life. When people are around their parents for too long, they start saying the same things their parents would say. They do things the way their parents would do it. It's because all people are impressionable. And do you really want to be leaving the impression that you don't like other people, that you don't want to be happy? Because when you bully, that's kind of what you give.
Right.
If you don't want other people to be happy, how do you want yourself to be happy? How are you going to achieve self-happiness if you can't support other people? Now, that's not saying, oh, forget yourself and only support other people, but it's saying, hey, give a kind word to the people that you think are the weird kids. Like that kid walking in your hallway with her headphones on and her head down and that anime character jacket that you'll never understand that you think is weird. Go say hi to them. Go ask them how their day is going. Go start up a small conversation with them.
Or even just compliment them.
Just compliment them. Hey, that color looks good on you. Because how hard is it to be kind? Yeah. It takes nothing from nobody to be kind. And guaranteedly, when that person looks up at you and smiles, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. I personally feel so much better telling people how lovely they are. I don't care if I don't like you. I'm going to look at you and be like, you're pretty. And then they're going to smile. And they're going to be happy that someone noticed. When people are being cyberbullied, there are many ways that you can help them. There are steps that we can take in order to help someone that is being cyberbullied. Something I found was support, record, report. Support the person being cyberbullied. If someone came to you, they're upset, and they want to be supported. They're already being put down. They want to be picked up. They want to be lifted up. They want a reason to keep going. They want to be told that they're going to be okay, that someone's going to be there, that, they're not alone. And then you've got to keep a record of it. Because bullying is not just, oh, this person once said that they didn't like this about me. That's not bullying. Bullying is a repetitive action. So you've got to keep a record of all the repetitive actions, and then you need to report it. Report it to the higher power. If it's happening by a classmate, report it to the classmate. If it's happening on social media, report it through social media. There are many social media platforms where you can go through and you can report an account for that specific purpose, because social media platforms aren't there to hurt people. They are there to help people be together and lift them up. And when someone is being cyberbullied, it's happening without knowledge. So as soon as you get the knowledge, you gotta support, record, report. Support the person that's being bullied, keep record of the bullying, and report the bullying.
This has been Hickman Hiccups. Thank you to all of our beagles.
Hickman Hiccups, AYC Club, and Hickman County School System is not responsible for any losses, damages, or liabilities that may arise from the use of this podcast. This podcast is not intended to replace professional medical advice, and the views expressed in this podcast may not be those of the host or the management.